Governor, I'd like to start off with something you said about jobs and CEO pay at the first Republican debate earlier this year. Let's take a listen.
Most important thing a president needs to do is to make it clear that we're not going to continue to see jobs shipped overseas, jobs that are lost by American workers, many in their 50s who for 20 and 30 years have worked to make a company rich, and then watch as a CEO takes a $100 million bonus to jettison those American jobs somewhere else. And the worker not only loses his job, but he loses his pension. That's criminal. It's wrong. And if Republicans don't stop it, we don't deserve to win in 2008.
Governor, let me ask you, which is the criminal part? The loss of those jobs and the loss of the pension, or the golden parachute for the CEO? And what would you do about either one?
Well, it's a combination. It's when one person is losing his job who helped make the company successful, and the person who steers the company either into bankruptcy or selling off it in pieces is taking that golden parachute of several $100 million. I mean, there's just something wrong about that, and every American knows it, whether he's at the top or the bottom. What the government ought to do is to, first of all, call attention to it, put some spotlight on it. I don't think it's about coming up with some new regulation. Corporate boards ought to show some responsibility. If a board allows that kind of thing to happen, shame on that board. And I would hope that it wouldn't necessitate additional laws and regulation, because usually when you get into regulation, it just gets worse and it makes it even a bigger problem than you had to begin with.
So you wouldn't actually do anything about it as the head of the government. You would simply use the bully pulpit to talk about it?
That would be the first line of maybe offense, perhaps, John. And then what I would like to see is that corporate boards start showing responsibility, with an understanding that if they don't start showing some responsibility, then they're going to end up forcing government to take action, which is the worst thing that could happen, and it only exacerbates a problem rather than actually solves it.